For anyone to be successful, there must be sacrifices. Now, believe it or not, most of the successful people that we see, they'll always tell you, I had to spend sleepless nights, I had to wake up very early in the morning, I had to eat healthy, I had to do this and this. Like there is always something that they will sacrifice that some of the people may not see happening behind the scenes. And that is why I find it very, very important for us to share about this. If you want to walk differently this year, that means if you really want to see different results, then that means you should do things differently. So in today's video, we are going to be sharing the sacrifices that you need to make for you to be not only financially stable, but to also have a successful year. Welcome back to this platform. My name is Karunji Josephine, and I'm so glad to have you here. If this is your first time, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you too for coming back to watch today's video. Yes, now I really feel it from the bottom of my heart to share with you the things that we should actually do differently this year. And the very first one is to actually sacrifice your comfort zone. Decide to actually gain a new knowledge. Like decide to read as much as you can. Decide to do things that you have been scared of. Most of the times, the things that we are scared of are things that are actually helping us get out of our comfort zone. So if it is about your business, how about you try doing marketing differently this year? How about you try reaching out to people who are doing better than you? Because I believe in every business, there is someone who is actually like doing the things that you really would like to do. If you are a business owner, I'm sure you should have someone who is inspiring you. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you're one of the people that really want to be better. Like you want to see things working out differently for you. And that means you have to actually move differently. So if you have been in your comfort zone, like you're not going to do the same things that you have been doing last year. You're not going to be the same kind of person that you have been. And what makes that difference is you actually gaining more knowledge. If it means reaching out to more new people, to people that inspire you, to find a mentor, all this is actually getting you out of your comfort zone. So make sure that you are doing things that are actually getting you out of that place that you have been, feeling comfortable, and taking you to that particular place that you have been scared of. Sometimes you even feel like things are like too far-fetched, like we can't achieve them. Believe that you can become a better person. Believe that things can actually change and you can walk differently. And this all starts by you deciding to leave your comfort zone. So another thing that I feel we should sacrifice is time. Yes, now this is something very big. Time is our greatest asset, and we have a saying that actually says time is money, and that is very, very true. So if you have been spending a lot of time on your phone, how about you do things differently this time? Like time yourself and say, I'm going to be spending such and such hours on my phone, to make sure that you are managing time well. Anyone that is taking your time, or anything that has been taking your time, and you feel like it's not being productive or helping you in any way, try to let it go as a sacrifice. Try as much as you can to make sure that you are prioritizing, because it is one of the ways that you can actually save your time. Try to program yourself, like every single day. What do you wake up to do? How is your day going to move? Like, are you the kind of people who, like, whoever comes and they have this particular program and they, tell it to you, you're most likely to jump on it and go? It is okay for you to set boundaries. It is one of the things that actually saves our time. You shouldn't say yes to everything. You shouldn't go with whoever calls you and all that. Make sure that you are prioritizing, you are setting boundaries, and you are you know what you're going to do that particular day. You're not flowing with whatever someone brings on your table. And then another thing that we should sacrifice is our fixed mindset. So if you are one of the people who is used to doing things like the same way each and every single day, you're the kind of person that does not believe that things can change, that you can do things differently, you don't believe that you can be a better person, or maybe you have that self-doubt in you, this is the time for you to sacrifice that fixed mindset. Anyone can grow, anyone can be a better person It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter who your mother is, who your father is. You can actually grow. You can become a better person. So get out of that fixed mindset. Anything can actually change. If you are the kind of person who has grown up, seeing your parents maybe suffering financially, how about you be the person to break the generational curse, and tell yourself, you know what, I am going to be the person that is going to be the first one in my family to, own such and such, or to be financially stable. It doesn't mean that if someone in your life failed at something, you can't actually succeed in it. If you saw someone fail at certain business and you feel like you can actually do it, go for it, because we were created differently and anything can change. So do not fear to go for those goals. Do not fear to start up something new, because anything can change, anything can grow. So get to sacrifice a fixed mindset. If you have it, get to be the kind of person, to be the first person to create that change, to break that curse in your family, or to be the kind of person that is different in your family or in your circle. It is very, very possible. Another thing to sacrifice is the fear of failure. Now, this is something that I've also been struggling with. Like, we all fear to fail at a certain time, and most of the times this keeps us locked up. And anyone who has been successful at particular things, they will tell you they failed at a particular thing. And you know what the good thing about failure? It helps you to actually do things differently. So it is okay to fail. It is now that I'm learning that it is okay to actually be vulnerable. It is okay to be you. It is okay to be authentic. And at a certain point in life, you are going to fail at some things, but it does not mean that you're actually a failure. So the fear of failure is one of the things that we should sacrifice, because first of all, it limits our creativity. It stops us from doing certain things. We keep on procrastinating. Why? Because we fear to fail. So how about we actually go for things that we are scared of? Reach out to that particular person that you have been scared of. If they turn you down, that is okay. You will not be the first person. Start up that business that you have always wanted to start. If it fails, at least you will learn. You will learn something, and you do things differently. Try as much as you can this time to do things differently, because I believe that is where we actually also get out of our comfort zones and also work differently. So failure is not something that should actually stop us this time if we really want to see things differently. And also, I feel like it is okay, because everyone fails at a certain time. If people laugh at you, you are not going to be the first person. And another thing, most of the times we mind about people's opinions about us. And let me tell you one thing, that is just an illusion. It is in our mind, but most of the times the people we think are going to laugh at us are actually not even minding. People sometimes don't even care. Another thing to sacrifice is actually unhealthy habits. Yes, especially when it comes to eating. If you want to be healthy, if you want to make money, if you want to be a successful person, you will have to eat healthy, because there is no way you'll be able to make that money if you are on your sick bed. There is no way you'll be able to go for that particular course or learn something if you are always not feeling well. So it is good for you to eat healthy, feel good about yourself, and this is one of the things that will actually help you live a good life, and not only a good life, a successful life, and be able to make money for yourself. So your body really needs to be healthy. You need to feel good about your body for you to be able to have a successful life. You don't want to spend the rest of your life on sick bay. You want to enjoy that money that you are going to make. You want to be feeling good about yourself. You want to be confident. All this comes to healthy habits. So if you have been actually practicing unhealthy habits, this is the time you have to actually sacrifice that junk food. This is the time you have to sacrifice and go for some, working out. Make sure that you tone your body and all that. Make sure that you are feeling good about yourself. These are all things that actually affect us in ways that we cannot even imagine. Another thing is the unhealthy relationships. Yes, if you have been around people that are toxic, if you have been around people that are pulling you down instead of building you, helping you become a better person, how about you let them go? Or cut ties or cut that kind of relationship or the closeness that you've been having with those people, because most of the times the people that we have around us actually influence who we become. They influence the kind of people that we are. So reach out to people that are going to help you have more knowledge, help you learn how to make more money, help you like be a better person in different aspects of your life. If you have a business, reach out to someone who is doing better than you, and all that. So relationships are very, very important, because these are people that we have around us most of the time. Yes, then they shouldn't really be toxic people, but people who are building you up, helping you to become a better person, and to make sure that you are growing into that person that you have always dreamed to become. And then the last thing to actually sacrifice is the reckless spending, or spending out of excitement. Yes, most of the times if we get money, one of the things that you're thinking about is, treating yourself, which is good, but most of the times we should sacrifice it for our future goals or for our future selves. So when you get your money, I know the excitement comes, but how about you actually have that second thought? Think, like sit down and then make a plan about how you're actually going to spend your money. Do not spend out of excitement. Do not spend out of influence, peer pressure. Do not buy a car because you saw a certain friend buy it. Do not start that particular business if you have no knowledge about it. Do not do things out of influence, because most of the times that is where we actually make mistakes. That is where we get lost, because sometimes we do things because we have seen other people do them. The comparison and all that actually leads to us spending recklessly, and that means you won't be able to build yourself. So if you want to do things differently, make sure that you have the self-control. Make sure that you are managing your excitement or managing your anger. I hear there are people who actually spend when they're angry. There are people who spend when they are excited. And yeah, I know it is always good to spend on yourself, but how about you actually spend when you are, sober? Do not spend out of your emotions. Most of the times, emotions actually mislead us. It is always good for us to sit down and then think through the things that we actually want to achieve. And most of the times, this comes to us actually having goals. I'm sure we have all set goals for this year. And it is good to set goals, but have you actually sat down to write an action plan? Because most of the times the writing is good, but the action or the action plan is actually one of the things that makes our goals to become a reality. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this video was helpful and that you have picked out some of the things that you need to actually sacrifice this year, especially about our relationships, the things that have not been making you a better person. This is the right time to actually let them go. Do things differently, because if we work differently, we are most likely to get different results. Do not do the same things that you were doing last year. How about you do things in a more organized way, in a better way? Try to do things differently, and trust me, you are going to receive different results. If there is anything I've left out and it is really very important, kindly leave it in the comment section. I would love to also learn and hear from you. Yes, I'll be excited to interact with you in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.